Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Check It Out, the library talk show that lets you know what's happening in and around the Bethel Park Public Library. We're your hosts, Elaine Volpe
and Christine McIntosh. It's tax time, of course. And
Actually, I'm ahead of the game, and I did mine already.
Did you?
I did, once.
I'm hoping to do mine this week. I'm hoping. We'll see. We do have federal tax forms available at the library, just the form and the instruction book. We do not have any schedules. They do not print them and send them out to us anymore. But you can get your tax form and the instruction book. If you need schedules, you'll have to print them from the IRS website. We do not yet have state tax forms. We've been in touch with Senator Devlin Robinson's office to get forms, but they have not yet arrived.
We have been getting a lot of questions, a lot of requests for these.
We sure have. So you can drop by Senator Robinson's office, or you can print the forms, which I did for my brother. I was like, don't you file electronically? He's like, no.
Oh, he still mails them in.
He still mails them in. So yes, I'm his tax form hookup. So, but we also have on the library's website and the municipal website locations for free tax preparation for seniors and those with low income. So you can check that out there. We have a few things coming up for adults this month. On Saturday, February 17th, from 1 to 3 p.m., we have a local resident, Alma Gilliam, who has written a book called Journey of Faith, Challenges, and Courage. She'll be at the library to sign her book and just to talk about her experiences in writing the book. The book features her son, who was an NBA player, and she talks about how God's love and faithfulness help build your character and through life's trying times.
I'm eager to read that book.
Yeah, we actually have 2 copies at the library. So on Tuesday, February 20th, we have AI and job searching. That is from 12:30 to 1:30 in the computer lab. So this class will introduce how AI, or artificial intelligence, is being used in resume building and job searching. And we'll also cover like the career resources we have available at the library, both in print and electronic. So if you're re-entering the workforce or want to know, like I know we're all very interested in how we can use AI in the library.
Yes, yes.
Rob
talking about the robot. Yeah, Rob really wants that.
Rob wants the robot cat, which I would love. I would love, because I've been wanting to get guinea pigs for the library, and Heather's okay with it.
Oh, like real live guinea pigs?
Oh, guinea pigs.
Oh.
Like 2 guinea pigs. Heather's okay with it. Rachel said no, they smell. Michelle's like, can we get...
Where would they live?
Over in your department.
That's what I thought you were going to say. As long as I don't have to clean the cage.
Yes.
No, but getting back to the AI, I recently heard, I was talking to a friend yesterday, that they are using, there's like AI babies that they're using in nursing homes and resident facilities.
Yes, I have read an article about that.
That just seems so amazing.
Yes.
And what a wonderful, wonderful thing.
Yeah, because a lot of it soothes a lot of dementia and Alzheimer's patients to take care of a baby.
Hold the baby,
Home Buying 101. On Thursday, February 22nd from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. If you're thinking about purchasing a home for the first time, or if you haven't purchased a home in a while, this workshop's for you. So Cindy Rack from Keller Williams and Michelle Serene from PNC Bank will guide you through the process. They'll help you to understand renting versus buying in today's market, how to determine where you want to purchase. Always look at what the real estate tax is, because that will make your payment go up. Different types of financing, why to use a realtor, the importance of home inspection and closing costs, everything you will need to know to understand the home buying process. My nephew and his wife are real estate agents, and they're doing really well, even in this market, because rent is so expensive. And even though interest rates are a little bit higher.
Both the boys are still with me, and they're ready to get, be out on their own, but it's so darn expensive. I don't see how they...
And a single-family home is like $300,000. That's, who could afford that, just starting out? Who can afford that?
That's hard.
Yeah. And on Friday, March 1st, we have our Library of Things open house from 10 a.m. until noon. Rob will be on hand to show you the variety of resources available at the library. So we have a 3D printer that he'll have running so you can see how that works. And then he'll talk about some of the unique items that we have to check out, like a metal detector. I call it a treasure hunting kit, but there's a metal detector, our musical
I
instruments.
forgot that we had that.
Yeah.
So the gal that I interviewed yesterday was amazed that like we were now, loaning out guitars and such things, and she had heard of like the cake pans that some libraries loan out. I was like, oh my goodness! I was like, you should hear of the things.
Shaler has fishing rods.
Very unique
Braddock,
items, but like useful items.
Braddock and Millville, I believe, have a tool lending library.
Which I think is great.
Yes, some have, where you could borrow tables and chairs, like for a party or something.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there is somewhere, and I guess I'll have to check our website, a comprehensive list, not only of ours, but what other libraries offer. And then also we have experience kits, which are museum passes that you can borrow. That we go. We have different sites every year, but the Heinz History Museum is always one of them. You can borrow those for a week. It's admission to whichever museum or cultural site, historical site. Admission for 4.
That's what I was going to ask you. I thought it was for 4.
Yeah, it's for 4. So, and our adult program room is very near completion.
Yes, it's looking
we don't
good.
have our occupancy permit yet, but they need to put up the little signs that says adult program room, and then it has Braille. It's an ADA requirement, and
the TV's been hung.
the TV has not been hung.
Okay.
It will be hung this week.
Okay.
It's up. I mean, you can use it.
Yeah.
It's on the counter, but we want it up off the counter. So just a reminder that the adult program room, like the program room in youth services, is for library programs. So it's not something that you can
Just go read the paper and have your coffee.
It's not something that you can reserve like our study rooms. So I just wanted to make that clear. It's for library programs only. And I think that's what I have for this month.
Okay, well, lots of fun stuff happening over in our department for sure. We are getting ready for the annual art gala. So just yesterday, we started collecting artwork. We will be doing so for the next 2 weeks. And then we will start to mount the artwork, and it will be hung for the beginning of March. And all of the artwork will be on display for the entire month. And then we will have our in-person gala event on Friday, March 8th at 6 p.m. So if you are a participating artist, when you drop off your artwork, you'll get a complimentary ticket, along with a button that kind of distinguishes you as a contributing artist. Family members and friends can purchase tickets in advance. It's $5. It will be $10 at the door. But we are ever so excited for this fun and fabulous event that is going on its 9th year, I believe.
That's really awesome.
So start working on that artwork. Artists can submit up to 3 pieces each. And remember that art can take, it can be any form.
Fiber, photograph, sculpture.
So
painting.
Vic's son Brady was making a Valentine's Day box for school. I guess they still do that in 5th grade. He's in 5th grade, so probably his last year for it. But he made it a really outstanding Valentine's Day box that looked like Groot.
Oh, neat.
He used wood chips, and then he painted it and went all out. And I was like, that could be for the art gala, right? It's not just paintings or drawings. Get creative, and any form of art counts. We've even had people submit like photos that they have taken, right? Photography is a form of art. So if you have any questions, give us a call, or better yet, stop in and see us. But we are really looking forward to collecting loads of artwork this year. Anyone toddler to teen can participate. Then all of our story times will start back up in March. So as a reminder, we have Baby Jam for the littlest ones on Thursday mornings. Mother Goose on the Loose for 0 to 3-year-olds on Wednesday mornings. Toddler Tuesdays are for 2 and 3-year-olds. Those take place, of course, on Tuesdays. And Preschool Power for our preschool kids getting ready for kindergarten. Actually, it's 3.5 to 5 years. That whole age range can come. And those are on Fridays. All story times start at 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock. There's 2 different sessions, and you do not need to register. On Monday, March 18th, we have a Bluey Palooza coming up that I expect will be very popular. So if you are interested, you want to hop on early to register for that. Registration opens on March 1st. Are you familiar with Bluey?
Very, very little. I've only watched one
me too. And I
episode.
promised someone, a little patron friend of ours, and earlier this week, I said I would watch an episode because apparently they're really short. They're like 8-minute episodes. So I promised him that I would watch one because I'm not familiar, vaguely familiar. But I hear wonderful things. It's not only popular among the kids, but parents love Bluey.
Yes.
Just for the message that it sends, also the humor. I guess it's supposed to be really funny. So
I heard someone say that they strive to be a parent like Bluey's parent.
Really?
Yes.
Yes. So that will be a popular program. Make sure you check that out. Little Bookworms, we're going to start a book club for K through 2, kindergarten, first, second graders. If you're interested, we're going to be reading My Furry Foster Family is a new series, and there's different ones on a dog and a cat and a guinea pig. And if you register for this class, you will get a copy of the book. You don't need to check it out. You will get a copy of the book that is yours to keep. And then we will read through the book over the 4 Wednesdays that we gather together. We'll read it together, and then we'll do activities that, kind of correlate with the story. So I'm excited for that. Little Bookworms will begin on Wednesday, March 6th, and it will go every Wednesday in March. We're going to start at 6:30 p.m. Mrs. Michelle Kirk will be back with another art box. This is for K through 4 students, and we're going to try to get her to come like one Saturday each season. We've done it before, and it's been very popular. We call it Art Box because we never know what she'll pull out of her box or her bag. Talk about different art forms. Michelle Kirk does it all. So she will surprise you with what you're making. You just show up ready to learn and create, but she'll have something new for you every time. She's coming this spring on Saturday, March 16th at 11 a.m. Again, register beginning March 1st. I'm still doing my What's Cooking. I think we're going to finish out the spring before taking a little break. So we'll have new recipes on hand for March, April, and May. If you are a kindergarten through fourth grade student who enjoys cooking in the kitchen or who enjoys eating and trying new foods, then you'll want to sign up for What's Cooking. We have a lot of fun in that class. And then, we are looking ahead, but later in March, on Saturday, March 23rd, we're going to have the Allegheny County Park Rangers come back. Last time they brought Mr. McSlithers. Do you remember the picture that I showed you?
Yes.
I actually touched a snake. This one's called Beaver Habitat Exploration. So you'll learn about beavers and how they affect the environment. Beavers are second only to humans when it comes to changing the landscape they live in.
I believe it.
How about that?
They build their dams and...
Yeah, that was interesting. Learn about their habitat, how they build dams and lodges, and what positive and negative impacts they can have. So that'll be a great program. Lots of other stuff coming up too. It's on the horizon for April and May. Again, Art Gala first, but then we'll be hosting our annual American Girl Tea Party this spring as well. We've already had some folks ask about that. It's on a Saturday this year, not a Sunday. And it'll be the day before Mother's Day, Saturday, May 11th. So just in case you want to plan ahead and mark your calendars, but we'll have more information regarding that event as it draws closer. For the teens, we have a lot of fun stuff coming up as well. We had a teen cake pop cafe that was hugely popular last night. Miss Heather set up our program room to look like an actual cafe with the cafe menus and everything. And teens had the opportunity to learn how to make cake pops. You pay so much for them at Starbucks, and I've seen them at other cafes too, right? And they look pretty, and I'm sure they are delicious, but they are quite pricey, I think, for one little cake ball on a stick.
Yeah, 2 bites.
Right? So Heather taught them how to make their own, and they had a lot of fun with that. So the next teen program coming up this spring is beaded wind chimes. Yeah, so as we get closer to spring, you can come to the library and make your own beaded wind chime using driftwood and beads. Dungeons and Dragons is still going on if you are interested in that. And then we are still seeking new members for our teen advisory board. So we have a strong board that we are meeting with on a regular basis now that have a lot of great, new, fresh ideas and that are helping us tremendously with our programming. I have 2 regular volunteers at What's Cooking. Our STEAM days on Saturdays have a lot of regular, core volunteers. So it's been great, but we are seeking new members all the time. So we have a TAB chat. Again, TAB stands for Teen Advisory Board. We have a tab chat coming up on Saturday, March 23rd, Coffee and Donuts edition. So if you just want to stop by and see if you're interested, if you want to learn a little bit more about it, if you just want to, see who's attending, maybe meet some new friends, this is the time to do it. 10:30 a.m. on March 23rd, we'll provide donuts and coffee. It'll be very laid back, relaxed, casual atmosphere where you can just learn more about what the advisory board does and what your responsibilities would be. Great opportunity, I do want to say, for any young teen or older teen. So you have to be in 7th grade to sign up, but you can participate all the way out, through high school. Looks great for job applications, look great on resumes, college applications, but it's also just great experience. Just, to be around people, to try new things, to learn different skills, and just volunteer. Giving back to community is a great thing, right? So if you're interested, please check out our tab chat. What else? I don't know. I feel like there's a lot going on. We have some new hires in our department. I feel like in upcoming shows, maybe we can have them on as guests.
That would be great.
Yes.
We have, Miranda switched departments, so she went from
correct.
circulation
so
to
you'll recognize her,
yes.
but she's on the other side. She is our outreach person, visiting all the daycares and preschool centers in the area, having fun with that already, and she kind of just dived right in and is doing a great job. Miss Dolores is about 2 weeks in, and she's doing fantastic as well, and is over the top excited to be back home, as she calls it. Dolores started her career here 20-some years ago, and is now back with us, joined our team, and we're both very excited about that.
Yes, and we're hiring.
In the process of hiring one more. So,
and we're hiring another person for the reference department.
Yes.
A part-time reference librarian. So that's all exciting.
So our team is growing.
Yes.
And I always say we have such a large children's team, and I'm very fortunate in that way.
You have no idea.
One of the largest, I think,
Yes.
in the county for sure. But it's so wonderful because we each we each bring a different piece
facet
to the puzzle,
yeah.
and it's just great. We all mesh and work well together, but it's great to collaborate on different ideas and kind of, see things in a new way sometimes, right? See things from a different perspective, but always come together. And
some new projects that'll be coming up in the spring, like we have additional patron pickup lockers that will be installed sometime in April.
Okay.
We have, designer bag bingo is going to be
that's right.
April 14th. Tickets will go on sale February 14th. Mm-hmm. They're $25. That's a very popular thing. That is sponsored by the Friends of the Library to benefit the Bethel Park Public Library.
Yes,
so,
that's a lot of fun. I attended last year myself and can
very
attest that it was a
exciting.
great time.
Yeah, Party in the Park, which is our annual picnic, I guess you would call it, at South Park Theater. Out in the parking lot. That will be Saturday, May 25th, which is Memorial Day weekend. So I know sometimes people have plans, but plan to stop by. We have a lot. We're expanding the idea. We're going to have a miscast cabaret.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Yes.
Andy mentioned the date, and I have it on my calendar, but I haven't heard details.
So we wanted some different performances. So they're going to do a miscast cabaret. So if there is a song or performance, a song that you always wanted to sing, not karaoke, but for me, I would be portraying Alexander Hamilton and sing a song from Hamilton because I, as a woman, would never be cast as Alexander Hamilton.
Yes, okay.
So we're doing Miscast Cabaret, which will be in the theater on the main stage
Love
during
it.
the event. We have the Children's Theater Ambassadors will be performing. We have, there'll be antique cars this year on site that you can, and we'll have a few artists that will be there selling their wares. And, of course.
Always basket raffles.
50-50 basket raffles. So it's
delicious food and drink.
Very, very good food. So we're very much looking forward to that. So mark your calendar for that. That's coming up.
And can we mention, I also hear that we're going to have a first ever Bethel Park Street Fair.
Yes, it's being called the Bethel Park Art and Music Festival.
Oh, okay.
And it will take place July, I'm not sure of the date, right? I believe
it's the 27th.
Okay, yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
And so the Bethel Artists Guild and the South Arts Pittsburgh artist groups will have their stuff on display and for sale in the Schoolhouse Arts and History building and also at the community center. And then in between there's a gazebo. So we're going to have bands playing during the day and you can sit, bring a chair, bring a blanket, you can sit on the field, on the soccer field.
Yeah.
And then there's a track around there. So we will have local businesses have booths for information on their
It's a
business.
great idea.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. It is going
Yeah.
to be a lot of fun. So there'll also be basket raffles and 50-50 there.
So a lot to
So-
look forward to. Again, that's further down the
That
road,
is
but
further
it's
down the
worth
road.
mentioning and
Yeah.
getting excited about.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that wraps up today's show.
does.
I'm going to leave you with a book trailer or two if you're looking for something new and good to read. I'm going to show a book trailer that's appropriate for elementary age kids, and then we'll leave you with one also for young adults. As always, if you have anything that you would like to talk about further that we discussed on today's show, please reach out. You know what to do. Go ahead and give us a call,
Visit our website.
or better yet, stop in and see us in person. Thanks for watching, everybody.